Hope it's going well for all our lovely audience who's watching this digital version of Season 4 of Arth, a Culture Fest, and with that insightful discussion on the financial ecosystem which I was listening to. The roadmap that both these gentlemen were trying to draw for an Atmanirbhar Bharat, for a Bharat who believes in a clean exchequer, in a very transparent financial system, this was very, very crucial. Moving on and coming up is a session of our cultural roots. At Arth, a Culture Fest, we delve into our Indian philosophy, we delve into our literary traditions to understand the Vedas. For me, Vedas are a way of life. For me, the Vedas are a way to cleanse our soul. For me, Vedas are an important document to understand ourselves. And here's a glimpse of Veda through Vedic chanting by Vamshi Krishna Ghanapati with his entourage, who will be on stage very shortly. Vamshi Ghanapati is an academician, author, administrator, orator, and scholar of the four Vedas. He holds a doctorate degree from PSR Telugu University, Hyderabad, and imparts his lectures in multiple languages, including English, Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, and Hindi. He is a recipient of the Veda Samvardhana Puraskar, Pune, and has been consistently felicitated by several organizations as well as temples since 1995. Ladies and gentlemen, looking into the Vedas with Vamshi Krishna Ghanapati.
Sabhajai Namaha. Our hearty greetings to all the audience of Z who are viewing this Arth Cultural Festival. Arth has several meanings. One is money. The second one is the purpose. The third one is the meaning. So, in this version of the festival, we will deal with all the three aspects as delineated in the cultural roots of our nation. Indian passport carries two words on its cover page. On the top it says Bharat. The second line carries India. What should we call ourselves? Are we Indians? Are we Bharatiyas? Or are we Hindus? Should we call ourselves by a name given by the Westerners who were seeing Sindhu as the first barrier, and those inhabitants were called as Hindus? For us to understand this better, we should always consult our origins. Ganga Yamanayor Madhye Yeva Santi Teme Prasannatmanaha Chiranjeevitam Vardhayanti. Those great sages who were doing tapasya, penance, in the basin of Ganga and Yamuna, they are called as the rishis, and our obeisance to them who have blessed us with several of these verses which are called as Veda. In fact, Veda was just one whole integral part that was further divided into four for the convenience of practitioners. Therefore, the Rig pattern of the mantras are called as Rigveda, whereas the Yajur pattern is called as Yajurveda, and the singing pattern, the Ganatmaka, is called as Samaveda. Finally, the portion which deals with several of the aspects of our life, which includes the medicine, medicinal practice, and protection, overall protection, and of course the philosophy and several aspects of our nature. This is called as Atharvaveda. Now, For the sake of our audience and the citizens of this great nation, as we are celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav, we will start the prayers from all the four Vedas as a demo. Now we start with Rigveda. For those uninitiated, every Veda mantra before recitation has one particular mention. The mention of the Rishi who has given us the mantra, who has envisioned this mantra, mantra drashta, that is the Rishi. And the second is the chandas. Chandas means a meter in which the mantra is set. Each meter has a set pattern of syllables, varnas, the number of varnas. ये मंत्र में इस छंदस में इतने अक्षर वहाँ निबिड़ित है. That is the chandas. The third one is the deity in whose praise this mantra is recited. And finally, the purpose, viniyoga. And with this brief introduction, we will start the Rigveda Samhita, the first mantra, the first sukta, Agnimile Purohitam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Agnimela iti navartyasya suktasya Vaishvamitra madhuchanda Agnirgayatri Parayane viniyogaha Om Agnimile purohitam yajnasya deva mritvijam Hotaram ratnadhatamam Agnih purve bhirrishi bhiridyo nota nairuta Sadevang eha vakshati Agnina rayimashnavat posha meva dive dive Yashasam viravattamam Agneyam yajnamadhvaram vishvatah paribhurasi Sa iddeveshu gacchati Agnirhota kavikratus satyashchitrashravastamaha Devo deve bhiragamat Yadangadashushe tvamagne bhadranka rishyasi Tavet satyamangiraha Upatvagne dive dive dosha avastardhiya vayam Namo bharam ta emasi Rajantamadvarana gopa mritasya didivim Vardhamanam svedame Sanah piteva sunavegne supayano bhava Sachasvana svastaye. Now the mantra is recited. This is called as Samhita. Samhita is to be closer to each. Parasannikarasha Samhita. This is the definition of Vyakarana for Samhita. Now, can we separate these words? Without separating these words, we will not be able to grasp the meaning. And it is not very simple. For that, there is a special technique which is called as Padapatha. Now, we will give a demo of Padapatha of the first verse. Agnim ile puraha hitam yajnasya devam ritvijam hotaram ratna dhatamam agnihi purvebhihi rishibhihi idyaha notanaihi uta saha devana a iha vakshati agnina rayim asnavat posham eva dive dive Yashasam viravat tamam agne yam yajnam adhvaram vishvataha paribhuh asi saha it deveshu gacchati agnihi hota kavi kratuh satyah chitrashravah tamah devah devebhihi agamat yadangadashushetvam. The next part is little more interesting. It is combining two words. Krama is to march. Krama means to march. Now, In the Kramapatha, we will combine two words and go on. Now, the demo for this mantra again. Agnimi ile purohitam yajnasya purohitamiti purahitam yajnasya devam ऋत्विजमित्यर्त्विजम् होतारं रत्नधातामं रत्नधाताममिति रत्नधातामम् अग्निः पूर्वेभिर्षिभिः ऋषिभिरीड्यः ऋषिभिरित्युषिभिः ईड्यो नूतनैरुत उतेत्युत स देवान् एह इह वक्षतीति अग्निना रयिमश्नवत् पोषमेव दिवे इति दिवे यशसं वीरवत्तममिति वीरवत्तमम् अग्नेयं यज्ञमध्वरं विश्वतः परिभूरसि परिभूरिति परिभूः असीत्यसि स इद्देवेषु गच्छति अग्निर्होता कविक्रातुः सत्यः कविक्रातुरिति कविक्रातुः चित्रश्रावस्तम इति चित्रश्रावः तमः देवो देवेभिरागमत् अगमदित्यागमत् यदङ्गदाशुषे त्वम्. With this, we have completed the recitation of Rigveda Samhita. Now, this is from the Shakala Samhita of Rigveda. The mantras are called as Samhita predominantly, but how to use these mantras? How can they benefit us? For that, we need to understand a text called Brahmana Bhaga. Brahmana is to elaborate. Bruhi Vruddhau. How to elaborate the meaning, how to deploy these mantras. That part is called as Brahmana. For Rigveda, this part is called as Aitareya Brahmana. Now, let us give one glimpse, which is from the Ashtama Panchika, Tritiya Adhyaya. This is called as the Maha Abhisheka. The word Abhisheka is quite used. सभी लोग अभिषेक का नाम रखते हैं. अभिषेक क्या होता है, कहाँ से ये शुरुआत हुई, ये इससे हम सीखेंगे. ओम निशसादधृतव्रतो वरुणः पस्त्यास्व साम्राज्याय भौज्याय स्वाराज्याय वैराज्याय पारमेष्ठ्याय ज्याय महाराज्यायाधिपत्याय स्वावश्याय तिष्ठाय सुक्रतुरिति तमेतस्याभासन्ध्याभासीनं प्रजापतिः पुरस्तात् तिष्ठन् प्रत्यङ्मुख औदुम्बर्यार्द्रया शाखया सपलाशया जातरूपमयेन च पवित्रेणान्तर्धायाभ्यषिञ्चत् आपश्यवत् इत्येतेन तृचेन देवस्य त्वेति च यजुषा भूर्भुवस्वरित्येताभिश्च व्याहृतिभिः. This is an excerpt from Aitareya Brahmana, in which Prajapati has performed the first Abhisheka to Indra. That is called the coronation in these days. With this, we are concluding the Rigveda section. Now we proceed to Yajurveda. Initially, Bharatiyas were blessed with so many Veda Shakhas, but unfortunately, due to the lapse of time and variety of reasons, only we have got 10 Veda Shakhas available on this day. Rigveda has just one left, Shakala Shakha, in which there is Aitareya Brahmana and Shankhayana Brahmana. In Yajurveda, there are 4 Shakhas which are available on this day. These Shakhas are again divided into 2. One is Shukla Yajurveda, which is widely recited and practiced in the northern parts of the India, Madhyandira Shakha and Kanva Shakha. And the second part is called as Krishna Yajurveda. In this, the mantra and Brahmana are seen together. Therefore, it is called as complex. Complexity is Krishna. Now, from the Krishna Yajurveda, we will give some presentations. The other Shakha is called as Maitragani Shakha, again in Krishna Yajurveda. In today's presentation, we will start with the first mantra, Ishatvorjetva, which is used in the Darisheshti Prakarana. Isha means for the nutrition of the body and of our society, we are doing this ritual. That is the first mantra. We will start the recitation. Om Ishetvorjetva Vajavasthopajaवस्थदेवो Vassavita Prarpayatu Shrešthatamaya Karmana Apyayadvabagniya Deva Bhagamurjasvati Payasvati Prajavati Ranamiva Ayakshma Maghashagumso Rudrasya Hetih Parivo Vrunaktu Dhruva Asmin Gopatau Syata Bahvir Yajamanasya Pashun Pahi. Yajurveda is the key to conduct any ritual. These Shrauta karmas are called as Ishti and Kratu. Kratu deals with the Somajaga part, Ishti deals with a shorter version of the rituals. Now, we will give one sample of two mantras in Kamagni Ishti. The mantras are divided into two, Puranuvakya and Yajya. While reciting the Puranuvakya mantra, we collect the Ahuti Dravya, the ingredients for the Homa, and while chanting the Yajya, we give the oblation, we give the Ahuti, we give the offering to the sacrificial fire. Om Tubhyanta Angirastama Vishva Sukshitayah Prathak Agne Kamaya Yemire Ashyama Tankama Magneta Votyashyama Rayigum Rayivasuviram Ashyama Vajama Bhivajayanto Ashyama Dyumna Majarajarante. These are the two mantras which are used in the Ishti. Now, the Brahmana Bhaga beautifully explains the concept of using these mantras. For your benefit, we will read out those lines. Om Agnaje Kamaya Purodasha Bashta Kapalan Nirvapedyanka Mono Paname Dagnimevaka Bhaggasvena Bhagadeje No Padhavati Sa Evainanka Mena Sabardhayatyupainanka Monamati. The concept is very simple. Who does not have a desire? Everyone is endowed with some sort of desire. In spite of your best efforts, if you are not able to achieve those desires, what should you do? You have exhausted all your options with your physical efforts. Then obviously you look up to the divine, to the divinity. At this juncture, this Ishti would help you. Agnaje Kamaja Purodasham Ashtakapalam Nirvapet. Ashtakapalam is a special dish which should be prepared and given as offering. And with this offering, Agni gets pleased and he will fulfill your desires. This is the brief meaning of the mantras. Similarly, you name it, we have it. There are several types of desires in all the humans, and Veda gives beautiful solutions for many of these things. In fact, the definition of Veda is even more interesting. Pratyakshena anubityava yastupayo nabudhyate enam vidanti vedena tasmad vedaske vedata. After having used all your intellect, physical strength, stamina, if still some solutions are eluding you, that is the point you should look up to Veda. It will give you some out-of-box solutions. Enam vidanti vedena tasmad vedaske vedata. That exactly is the definition of Veda. Now, you should be wondering, how does Veda still popular and still prevalent in India after these many onslaughts and invasions? That is the primary question. The print technology was not available. The cloud was not there. Still, everything was precisely preserved. Properly, immaculately, it is presented. How is this possible? This is possible just due to the Vedic study pattern. Nowadays, the rote learning and the analytical part both are very important. Without having the internal data, you will not be able to churn out any analysis. So, the internal data preservation is very important. That is done with the advent of Vikruti Pathas. Now, there are 8 types of Vikruti Pathas, starting with Jata and concluding with Ghana. Those who master the Ghanapatha are called as Ghanapathis. Now, we will give the first and last of these Vikruti Pathas as a glimpse. Tubhyanta Angirastama, Tubhyam Taha Angirastama. These are the 3 words. The pattern is 1 2 2 1 1 2. This means all the words of each mantra are sequenced and memorized by the practitioner. And just for error's sake, they are given crisscrossing. Still, they will be able to remember and recall all the order. This is how Veda was preserved. Now, let us take the example. Om tubhyantastas tubhyantaha ta angirastabangirastabata angirastama angirastama vishva vishva angirastama vishva angirastametyangiraha tamam vishva sukshitagas sukshitajo vishva sukshitajah sukshitajah prathak sukshitajah prathak sukshitaja iti sukshitajah पृथगिति पृथक अग्ने कामाय अग्ने कामाय ये मिरे कामाय ये मिर इति ये मिरे. This is the Jatapatha pattern where the words are presented like this: 1 2 2 1 1 2. Tubhyantaha tastaha tatubhyam tubhyantaha, like this. Now we go to the last of the Vikruti Pathas. Due to paucity of time, we are going to the last one. This is called the Ghanapatha, which is very popular in many parts of India. Now Yajurveda Ghanapatha for your sake. Om Ashya Batanta Bashya Bashya Batanka Banka Banta Bashya Bashya Batanka Mam Tanka Banka Bantan Tanka Babagne Agne Ka Bantan Tanka Babagne Kababagne Agne Ka Banka Babagne Tabatava Agne Ka Banka Babagne Tava Agne Tabatava Agne Tavotyoti Tava Agne Tavoti Tavotyoti Tavatavotyashyamashya Moti Tavatavotyashyamam Utyashyamashya Motyu Utyashyamaraygum Ragimashya Motyu Utyashyamaraygum Ashyabarayagum Ragibashyamashyabaraygum Ragibo Ragibashyamashyabaraygum Ragibaha Rajagum Ragibasubiragum 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 Ragibasubiram Rajiva iti Rajivaha Subirabiti Subiram Ashya Bavajam Vaja Bashya Bashya Bavaja Babhyabhivaja Bashya Bashya Bavaja Babhi Vaja Babhyabhivajam Vaja Babhivajaganto Vajajanto Vaja Babhivajagantaha Abhivajaganto Vajaganto Abhyabhivajaganto Shyama Shyama Vajaganto Abhyabhivajaganto Shyama Vajaganto Shyama Shyama Vajaganto Shyama Dyumna Bashkyama Vajaganto Dyumnam Dyumna Bashkyama Bajara Dyumna Bashkyama Bajara Dyumna Bajara Dyumna Bajarajaram Ajarajaram te Ajaram te Ajarabajaram te ta iti te. This is the Rik Ghanapatha from Yajurveda. Joining me on the left is Hanumat Prasanna Ghanapati, and the pattern is 1 2 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3. Ashyamatam tantam tamashyama ashyamatam ashyamatankamam kamantam ashyamatankamam. When you march like this inversely and in reverse, then your intellect and your mind will be very fresh in memorizing. This has been an age-old pattern and the secret to the memory of several students and several scholars. What they learnt at an age of 15, they remember it even when they are 85. And we have several living legends who are practicing it. And our salutations to all those masters who have given us this great tradition. Now we are moving to the Samaveda. Ganatmakaha Samaveda. The Rig mantra is elaborated in a singing way. That is called Samaveda. Sahasravartma, there used to be 1000 patterns of Samaveda singing. But nowadays we are left with just 3. The Kauthama Shakha is the most popular one in Karnataka, of course in Tamil Nadu and other parts. And Ranajaniya Samaveda, which is found in the northern Karnataka and Maharashtra. And Jaiminiya Sama in small pockets around India, predominantly in Togur, near Srirangam. Now, in this presentation, we are going to the Samaveda. The first mantra is Agna Ayahi Vitaje. Agna Ayahi Tidvajoh Bharadvajo Barahaspatyaha Gayatri Agnihi. The first part is called as the Archika. The same, almost similar to the Rigveda mantras, but elaborated at a later point of time. The Archika Patha first. Om Agna Ayahi Vitaye Grudhano Havyadataye Nihota Satsi Barhishi Tvamagne Yajnanang Hota Vishveshang Hitaha Devo Devibhimanushe. Now, today in the Sama we are taking up the Setu Sama, which talks about the journey to eternity from this mortal body and how that journey happens. For this the Archika Patha is Ahabasmi Prathamajaha. Now I invite my colleague Shri Chaitanya Kumara Shravati, the Samaveda exponent, to lead. Om Ahabasmi Prathamaja Purvam Devebhyo Amrutasya Nama Yo Madadati Sai Deva Mavadaha Manna Manna Madantamadmi. Swargyam Setu Sama Purushagatirva Vishokamva. Prajapatihi Trishtup Atma. Prajapati is the Rishi, Trishtup is the Chandas, and Atma or the Paramatma is the deity. Om Havu 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 Setung Stara Setung Stara Setung Stara Dusta Rana Dusta Rana Dusta Rana Dane Nadanam Dane Nadanam Dane Nadanam Havu 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 Ahabasmi Prathamajarata Sya Havu 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 Setung Stara Setung Stara Setung Stara Dusta Ram Dusta Ram Dusta Ram Akrodhe Nakrodham Akrodhe Nakrodham Akrodhe Nakrodham Havu 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 Purvam Devebhyo Amrutasya Nama Havu 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 दुस्तरान् श्रद्धया श्रद्धाम् श्रद्धया श्रद्धाम् हावु 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 यो मा ददाति स इदे ममा वात् हावु 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 सेतुंस्तर दुस्तरान् सत्येनानृतम् हावु 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 अहमन्नमन्नमदन्तमाद्मी हावु 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 वा एषा गतिः एतदामृतम् स्वर्गच्छ ज्योतिर्गच्छ सेतुं तीर्त्वा चतुराः. We get the solutions for majority of the problems facing the nation and the world. How to overcome the anger? Akrodhena krodham. Satyena anritam. If there is too much falsehood spreading around, win that, defeat that by revealing the truth. And ahamanna adantabadmi. There are several beautiful verses which gives us the path to eternity. With this, we are concluding the Samaveda section. The last one is Atharvaveda. Atharvaveda today has two recensions still available in India. The first one is called Pippalada Shakha. Bhagavan Pippalada was the preceptor. And the second one is Shaunaka Shakha. Now we are taking up the Shaunaka Shakha for its presentation. Shanno Devihi is the Sukta. Shanno Deviriti Chaturrachaska Suktasya Sindhudvipotharva Napat Soba Apognishta Devata Prathamatruchasya Gagatri Chaturthi Pathya Panktihi Apam Bhaishajye Viniyogaha. This Sukta is deployed in the hydrotherapy, water therapy, and the mantras will start. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shayyo Rabhisravantu Naha Apsube Somo Abravidantar Vishwa Nibheshaja Agnincha Vishvasham Bhuvam Apah Prunita Bheshajam Varuthan Tanve Mama Jyokta Suryam Drushe Shanna Apo Dhanvanya Shabas Nupya Shanna Khaditriba Apashabujah Kumbha Abhrota Shivana Santu Varshiki. Now, the list of nakshatras which are beautifully enumerated in the Atharvaveda, which pray for the blessings for all the listeners. I request Omkar Ramdasi from Maharashtra. He will be leading the Atharvaveda chanting, the Nakshatra Sukta of Atharvaveda. Om చిత్రాణి సాకం దివిరోచనాని సరీసృపాణి భువానే జవాని తుర్మిషం సుమతిమిచ్చమానో అహాని గీర్భిः సా పర్యామినాకం సుహవామగ్నే కృత్తికారోహిణీ చాస్తు భద్రం మృగశీరశ్శమార్ద్ర పునర్వసు సూనృతాచారు పుష్యో భానురాశ్లేష అయానం మఘామే పుణ్యం పూర్వా ఫల్గున్యౌ చాత్ర హస్తశ్చిత్రా శివా స్వాతి సుఖో మే అస్తు రాధే విశాఖే సుహవానురాధా జ్యేష్ఠా సునక్షత్రమరిష్టమూలం అన్నం పూర్వా రాసతాం మే అషాఢా ఊర్జం దేవ్యుత్తారా ఆవాహంతు అభిజిన్మే రాసతాం పుణ్యమేవ శ్రవణశ్రవిష్ఠాః కుర్వతాం సుపుష్టిం ఆమే మహచ్చతభీషగ్వరీయ ఆమే ద్వయ ప్రోష్ఠాపదాసు శర్మ ఆరేవతీ చాశ్వగజౌ భగం ఆమే రయిం భరణ్య ఆవాహంతు. With this, the Atharvaveda Samhita comes to an end. Before we conclude, let us remind that the motto of the nation, do you remember what it is? Satyameva Jayate. That is the motto of nation. With salutations to the founder fathers of our nation who has given us this motto, now it is my duty to draw your attention that this Satyameva Jayate, it is from Atharvaveda Mundaka Upanishad. Now with these 5 stanzas of Atharvaveda, we will be concluding the presentation. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangaistustvam Sastanobhirvyashema Devahit Yadayuhu. Om Dvasuparna Sayuja Sakhaya Sabanam Vruksham Parishasvajate తయోరన్యః పిప్పలం స్వాద్వత్యనశ్నన్నన్యో అభిచాకశీతి సమానే వృక్షే పురుషో నిమగ్నో నీశయా శోచతి ముహ్యమానః జుష్టం యదా పశ్యత్యన్యమీషభస్య మహిమానమితి వీతశోకః యదా పశ్యతే రుక్మవర్ణః కర్తారమీశం పురుషం బ్రహ్మయోనిం తదా విద్వాన్ బ్రహ్మపాపే నిరంజనః పరమం సామ్యముపైతి ప్రాణో హ్యేషగः సర్వభూతైర్విభాతి విజానన్ విద్వాన్ భవతేనాతివాది ఆత్మక్రీడ ఆత్మరతిః క్రియావానేష బ్రహ్మవిదాం వరిష్ఠః సత్యేన లభ్యస్తపసా హ్యేష ఆత్మా సమ్యజ్ఞానేన బ్రహ్మచర్యేణ నిత్యం అంతఃశరీరే జ్యోతిర్మయో హి శుభ్రోయం పశ్యంతి గతయః క్షీణదోషాః సత్యమేవ జయతేనామృతం సత్యేన పంథా వితతో దేవయానః ఏనాక్రమంత్యుషజో హ్యాప్తకామా యత్ర తత్సత్యస్య పరమన్నిధానం. హరిః ఓం.
Vamshiji, that was beautiful, and it kind of signified an invocation to the festival in a big way, because this is exactly how we should be revisiting, reconnecting, and rediscovering our roots. Thank you very much. We will move on to the next session now.
Kojo, kojo.